Hey guys, it's your girl Innovative Angel back at it with another freaking video. And in today's video we are going to do a personal year review. So today is December 16th, and so the year is now fully over. So I am doing a personal year review, and then towards the end, like closer to the end, I'll do like an overall year review about like how it was in society in America in 2022. But let's get it started with this freaking video. So if you like me, if you vibe, please subscribe, share, comment, interact with me so I can know that you guys like these videos and keep it going. But I believe today is vlogmas day 14. I'm not sure, but let's get into how 2022 was for me. So I went ahead and got 10 either photos, screenshots, or videos from each month, and I'm gonna sit here and react to it. And then I have some posters that I made, so you see the poster behind me. It has some notes that I make to myself that I like to look at. So I'm gonna show you guys some of the quotes. I'm not gonna show you guys some of the goals, but yeah, I do a monthly, if you've seen one of my older videos, I did it, but like a monthly reset with my goals and calendar and stuff. So it doesn't start until April, so we're gonna just stick to the photos and videos for now. So this was January 1st, y'all.
It's not New Year's yet. You don't want to. I don't think I want to
Yeah, so I had already been like drinking a lot of wine that night, and I was home, and I just finished Insecure, and everybody came home after me, and we were waiting for the year to start, and bro, I dropped my wine on my mom's computer, and I should have known that's how 2022 was gonna be, a hot ass mess. But yeah, and then I have this quote the next that I got off of Twitter for the next day. It says, "To the woman I'll be this year, may she be happy, healed, and whole. May she glow, be well dressed, and succeeding." So I could say like I was that for the majority of the year. I definitely was healing, and I definitely am happier, and I was very well dressed this year. And I have this cute picture of my dog when she was a puppy. It was just cute. Like January, it was such a funny month. Like I have my aunt and her kids living here. I had just moved back down with my dog. My sister was here, my parents were here, so it was a full house, and we were all like getting adjusted to living with each other and stuff. It was drama, and I needed a job, so because I was stuck at home every day. It was so not it. But yeah guys, January was such a transitionary month for me. My hair was red also, and you know what they say about girls with red hair, that means they are going through it. Red flag. But yeah guys, I was killing it with this hairstyle. I had straightened my hair and cut bangs and dyed it. I felt like it looked good. Like I be doing my own hair, and I be doing pretty good. And this meme definitely explains how January was. Like I was definitely smiling through the pain. I was in the drama, but drama at home, but that's irrelevant to now. But yeah guys, I was just vibing, I guess. And I also was healing from my relationship that I had just gotten out of the previous like few months before. So I was definitely adjusting, healing, adjusting from leaving college, because leaving college and going back to the real life is such a big transition. And honestly, I had to become okay with being the bad guy. Like whatever, I'm gonna be the bad guy in somebody's story, so whatever, they probably are the bad guy in my story. We both use each other for like to grow or whatever, but at the end of the day I can't dwell on to the past. Like I'm no longer in that position no more. But the biggest thing for me was losing myself and like not having a sense of who I was. So yeah, that's how I was really feeling in January. But yeah, guys, I was definitely killing it with the red hair. I looked freaking good, okay, when my roots was done. But oh, I also think I got a job. So I had 2 jobs at this time. I think January 1st I ended up like ending one of my jobs, and then I got another job like maybe a couple weeks later. And I hated that job. So I had 2 jobs. I was working as a scorekeeper for this like basketball league, and then the other job was at a restaurant. But the job, oh yeah. But the job, both of those jobs was BS. Like both of those jobs was such BS. But I was still working both of them at the time. And also I had this picture. It said, I hope my next boyfriend actually liked me, because none of them niggas liked me. I was just ha he past that one. Oh yeah, and then this is another one. This is like a lot of people want me, especially people in the past, they want me to still be the same person that I was in the past. Like they don't want me to grow. And it says, imagine being upset at me for growing up and out of my old habits. Old friends want old reactions out of me so bad. And that is so true. It's like, baby, I'm not the same girl that I was. I'm not even the same girl that I was 2 months ago. 2 months ago. What makes you think I'm gonna be the same girl that I was 2 years ago? Thank you. Out of January, what I would rate January out of 10, I'm gonna rate it a 6 out of 10, guys. I'm gonna rate it a 6 out of 10. Okay, so February, I was really like starting to focus on self-love, getting my space back, getting my head back, like just focusing on me. So the first picture for February is, what God has for you is for you. It can't be stolen, it can't be borrowed, and it cannot be duplicated. And that's facts. Like February, my goal was, I don't chase, I attract. Whatever's meant for me, it will find me. And that's how I was like feeling originally. Of course, I made some mistakes along the lines, but that's how I was really feeling. And then look at this.
Yo, all I did was match energy. Now I got no friends. I think I got like a cousin left.
Facts. Because I feel like, especially in the past year, 2021, I was definitely giving too much of myself to people. And when I started to match people's energy and treat them exactly how they was treating me, and not going above and beyond and having no freaking backbone, that's when God started taking people out of my life and showing me that these people wasn't really meant for me. These people was just using me, using my kindness as a weakness. And I promise you, people will not get that out of me again. I promise you, I'm not that same girl no more. But yeah, that's when I started. That red hair was, when I got that red hair, that's when it started solidifying. Like, yeah, it's up and it's stuck. But I also was like pouring into my spiritual journey with God. I was pouring into my manifestations. I was trying to pour into myself. I was like, this can't be it. Like, I can't just, it's hard. It's really hard transitioning out of college. Like, it's really hard. People rarely talk about it, or everybody knows it's a thing, but you don't really know for real how it's gonna be until it happens to you. But yeah, that was another quote for February. There is always going to be a way. It's always going to be, everything happens for a reason, right? So then this video, I hated my job. I was the only black girl there. There was like maybe 2 black guys and then 1 girl. I think she was like black, like an Afro-Latina. But everybody else was white. We only served like old people. I just felt uncomfortable being the only black person. Mind you, I have red hair. I felt like my managers was treating me weird. It was just not a good environment. It was not good for my mental health. There was a couple Hispanic people there, but I just felt like I could not relate to my coworkers. I was not making money like that. The managers was treating me like, why was it every new person that came was quitting? Like, that's a sign. That's a freaking sign. But yeah, it was a lot going on in February. Personally, I just didn't know what was going on. Like, this was, if I had this like written on my head, like, what is actually going on? I'm not really here. I'm just like living. February, so with the basketball thing. Okay, mind you guys, this is irrelevant. I don't know if this is relevant information, but I'm proud of it. So I broke up with my ex back in October, and this whole year I have been celibate, guys. I've been celibate, and it's been amazing. It's been so peaceful. And from December to February, a lot of men, because I was working at the basketball league, a lot of guys was trying to get with me. And every week when I went, somebody was always trying to get with me. And honestly, this picture was so accurate to me, because I was like, I am not available because I am freaking traumatized. I do not want to be with somebody else until I am healed and I am okay to give myself away to anybody. So from October to February, I was really just focused on myself. I was not trying to get with nobody. And yeah. And I was drinking up this wine. I feel like my body did not look that bad, but yeah, guys, I felt like I looked decent. I was definitely pulling. I always can pull. That's one thing about me. But yeah, guys, after I was like, oh, I'm not gonna mess with nobody, it was around Valentine's Day, and it just seems like, I don't know, if I'm single, that's always when I be like pulling a guy around Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, and I was posting stuff on my story because I know people be in my business. Like, I know certain people be trying to put two and two together, thinking they know what's really going on, when I'm just posting whatever I want to post, because at the end of the day, it's my social media. I don't understand. If you don't want to see what I post, just don't look. But yeah, guys, so I started talking to a little in February. And honestly, the little that I was talking to, I was cool with it. Like, it was a cool vibe. I felt like we were very compatible. Our signs were also compatible. It was really great at the beginning. Like, yeah, guys, that was me there. Oh my god, yeah. But I felt like I learned a lot about myself with this little fling that I had. Oh my god. So then in March, my dog completed level 2 of puppy training, and honestly, she did not deserve that. Oh wait, no. That wasn't, no, she deserved the first one. The second one, but yeah, she was so happy, and I was so proud of her, and I was just feeling like a proud dog mommy, because it was hard being like a dog mommy by myself this year. Thank God I had my family to like help me, but being a mother is a lot of work. And then this quote: after somebody do something to me, it's hard for me not to fuck with them again like I did before, or hell at all. Yeah, because once you really like break that trust with me, or once you really like switch things up and things is not like, it starts to show me of who you really are. It starts to paint the picture, because people are not one-dimensional. People are like multi-dimensional beings, and there's more to them than just when they're happy and when things is up. So, but if somebody does something to me, I'm definitely going to take that into consideration in the future occurrences. And also in March, I was beginning to believe more of the things that I believe now. So I was believing more of the power of the tongue and speaking life over myself. And that's when I really started to cut out the toxic thought patterns that I was having and the toxic things that I was saying. And I started to check the people around me and see what they're saying. Because I literally saw the power of the tongue happening right as I was saying it. So I started to become more like aware of what I was saying. But yeah, guys, I was in my last-ish semester of college while I was at home doing online courses. And mind you, I hated online courses. And my job... Okay, so back in February... I forgot to mention this. Back in February, right as I started talking to that little yeah, that's when I quit my job at the basketball thing because they were playing on my top. They were playing with me. Like one time, and mind you, it was a far drive, and I was not getting paid anything crazy, but it was like a good little side money. So I go there, nobody's there. I'm like, this is weird. This is weird. And mind you, he told me to go. Or he didn't tell me not to go, right? And the communication was so unprofessional between me and the boss. But I go there, and I'm waiting. And I'm like, nobody's here. I call, nothing. He's like, so finally, after like 15 or 20 minutes, I leave. He's like, oh, I knew I was forgetting something, blah, blah, blah. Like, thought it was funny. Not in these gas prices. Now when gas is $4 a gallon, what's funny? I just wasted my time and drove here. What's hilarious? So yeah, I finally quit right as I started talking to that lady, yeah, and I just had one job. And that job, they had me working doubles every day. I had an on-call. Every day I had an on-call. I was working a double because I also had a shift. Like, I only worked like 4 days a week, and every single time I was only supposed to work one shift, they had me working doubles. So I was not being able to do my schoolwork like I was supposed to. And at the end of the day, this restaurant job is not going to be the rest of my life. So yeah, a selfie. This was my selfie of the month. April. It was a cool little vibe. The red hair. Finally was doing my eyebrows, chilling. And then boom. My little yeah had to turn to a little hell no. Even though it lasted a little bit longer than that day. But this day, March 10th, changed everything for the course of that relationship. And I ended up having to go back to my college town, get some stuff situated. Oh, mind you, I had moved out all my stuff out of my college town back in January. So I was not mentally prepared to go back to my college town, but I ended up going. But yeah, that changed the course of my little yeah situation. And then March... This was just another little selfie month. I did my hair. I dyed it darker, I believe. But this is one of my favorite pictures of the year. Such a cute little vibe. And then, yeah, I was just so like... That situation turned me off from the dude so much. This is like the stuff I was tweeting and feeling and liking and shit. But it said, after you show me it ain't what it is, I'ma fall back so hard. Because it was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And then, yeah, I went to the beach. That was part of my beach fit. I was real cute. I got drunk at the beach. I had a good little vibe. And yeah, I was still... I was still entertaining situations that I shouldn't have, but I needed this time to learn about myself and learn about how I am in a relationship. And it also helped me, like, this little situationship helped me, like, get over my ex and, you know, get back into my self-love journey. And then, y'all, I quit my job. I quit my job that I hated because
And you
I
quit
just
your
couldn't
job.
do it. Me and the manager had
I'm
gotten
finally
into it, and I
free.
started seeing the same red flags of what I had with previous jobs that I had, and I said, hell no, y'all need me more than I need y'all, and I've been saving money, and I'm out of here. I'm not doing it. So I quit that job. I was so glad I was free. And that was March. Oh, I didn't rate February. February, I'm gonna have to give February a 8 out of 10. March, I'm gonna have to give March a 7 out of 10. February is an 8 out of 10 because February was fun. February, I was living life. I was like transitioning a lot. And yeah, February was fun. March was also fun, and I went to the beach and stuff, but it was also hard. So that's why it was a 7 out of 10. So April is when I started to do these like posters and stuff. So I'm gonna give you guys the quote of the month for April. So April only had one quote, and it said, what if everything you're going through is preparing you for everything you asked for? And that was the quote that stuck for me for like this period from April to really June. So the first 3 months of the year overall was a 7 out of 10. So April to June, it was a cool little vibe. Like, this is when I started to take like my content seriously, and this is when I started to be like more focused on graduation, putting myself first. I wanted to get back into doing my podcast, and yeah, I just wanted to focus more on like my passions. While this was the time also where I didn't have no job, so I was just like kicking it at home all the time or hanging out with, yeah. But I started putting in my stuff and my passions, like, and I also started feeling more comfortable from like February to April of getting and talking to a camera. Like, at first it's weird when you start talking to your camera and stuff, but I started to get more comfortable. I started to do more stuff on camera, and this is when the walls really started crumbling down with my little situation. And it said changing someone's name in your phone is really the start of the separation. And it's like, yeah, this is when the rose-colored glasses is coming off. And I was doing stuff, honestly, that I did not recognize about myself. So again, I'm so glad I was in that situation because I really needed to learn about myself. And then yeah, I was just going through it. I really was trying to figure out what my purpose was, what my passion was, what I needed to be doing in my life. So it was an emotional time. And yeah, I'm not gonna say too much, but yeah, it's like I was really seeing people's true colors, and I was really seeing like where I stood with people and what relationships were really, you know. So that's what the picture is like. That's what the tweet says. I really never knew you for real. My April selfie, one of them, I was just looking cute. This was the brown hair phase that didn't really get as much glory as the red hair phase or the black hair phase. The brown hair phase was very short-lived. And yeah, it says, I can't believe how antisocial I got. I don't fuck with nobody, be in my own world. That's true. But I also believe it's the fact that I had to move to, or I'm not gonna say, I had to move back home, and I'm not from the city, and I don't know nobody from the city. So yeah, if I had moved back to Colorado where I have friends originally, or moved to anywhere where I had already lived, it would have been a different story. But this is my first time living in this area, so of course I was antisocial and I didn't F with nobody because I didn't know nobody. But yeah, guys, I was giving face, I was giving tropical. The brown hair was a vibe. Finally straightened my hair with the brown hair, and it was cute. And yeah,
I just need my space right now.
Sometimes as a girl, I can really only speak for myself, but sometimes as anybody, you just kind of need like the person you're jacking. If they're not really jacking you like that, you kind of just need to like get it in your head. And then once you have that idea in your head, you start to get the ick and you're like, ew. And then you're like, you know what, the stuff that you was doing that was pleasing me before is non-acceptable. I'm not dealing with that. And you cut their ass loose. That's just what it is. And finally, when you cut their ass loose and you're like, okay, I'm cool off of you, I'm cool off of this, whatever, you move on. It takes some time, but you move on. You realize that dude was a loser. You realize that they was not really worth your energy. So, yeah. So that was April. April was very transitional. Very transitional. I learned some stuff, but April was not all that. So, I'm going to give April a 6 out of 10. This is May. I really did such a cute picture for May, but I'm not going to show y'all. And the quote of May is, who you are becoming is more important than who you've been. So I was really trying to shed the past and become like, you know, a better person. I had just gotten a new job. I was graduating college. I really didn't graduate fully till July because I did an early walk because I had one more class to do. But yeah, I was technically graduating. I wanted to actually post my YouTube, post daily TikToks. I wanted to invest in myself, and yeah, I wanted to become better, not emotionally reactive. I learned so much through that relationship about myself and about how I was around people and how much more healing I needed to do. So I was just gonna be focused on myself and focused on my new journey and my new beginning. My sister freaking turned 15 and I realized, like, damn, I'm getting old. She's not the little girl I used to know. Like, it's crazy. And then this is the quote that I got off of Pinterest. Pinterest be having some of the best quotes. Like, most of the quotes that I put on my poster boards or my calendar are from Pinterest. This was my first intro.
She felt a flame on the way out of here. Chief out of flight, nigga can't even see me on way out of here. I'm too far in the sky. Heard me, it's ash ready to dump my ass.
Guys, it took me so long to do that, and honestly, even for my second intro, it took me a long time to do that as well. But I was so proud of the work that I did. Like, I was so proud of it. And honestly, I'm so proud of the work, like how far I've come as a YouTuber, even though I've only been doing it now for like 6 or 7 months. But yeah, guys, I was so proud of that intro. Like, it took me so long to edit it. I'm not even the best editor now, but I'm way better than what I began. I walked, I graduated. It was such a crazy experience. It was so like surreal. But yeah, these are some of my grad photos. Oh, I just look so angelic. And then yeah, this was really how I was feeling in May. It said cut off anybody and keep moving. And honestly, that's really like my life story. Like, a girl just be cutting people off and continuing on with her life. And like, I don't know, I just be doing that. I just been doing that since I was a little kid. Not by choice, but still. And then this is really how I was feeling in May. Like,
Say it with me,
it says the sexual tension between me and having all my bag, window shopping, and barely making it with 10 cents in my bank account. But for some reason, it's better than where I am now. And even though I know I will be in turmoil, honestly, inner child me feels like one day I just need to move to New York, because as a kid, like, I don't know if I told y'all, but I was a military brat, so I always had to move every couple of years. But all of my extended family lived in New York. So every year we would go to New York and I would see my family and I would just have such a good time. I would feel so connected. And some, like when I was growing up, I would spend the summer in New York and stuff. So I just feel like even if I live in New York for 2 years, I just owe it to inner child me, like, to go. But yeah. And this was the last time I really braided my hair. For real. I mean, obviously I know I have braids here, but my mom mostly did this and I did the bottoms. But I started these ones and these were by far the best braids I have ever done on myself. So, but I also didn't have acrylics and I feel like I braid better when I don't have acrylics. But yeah, guys, I was just feeling this hairstyle. And yeah, this was my first day at my job. Oh my god, I used to be so much chunkier than what I am now, but I was also like going through it, as we can tell, the beginning of this year before May. So, but yeah, this job that I started, it helped me lose a lot of weight because I be walking and holding a tray, guys. I'm a waitress still, I'm a server still, but yeah, guys, that it'd be so much work, but it'd be worth it. Like, and it's hard to find a job right now in this economy, graduating from college, barely having any experience, and living in the city that I live in. It was really hard for me to get a job, so I'm very, very, very grateful of my job. So yeah, and then the last picture of May is of my dog, and look how cute she looks. But yeah, overall I would rate May like a 8 out of 10 because it was such like a ending of old things and a beginning of new things, you know, so it was good. So now we are on to June. Oh my god, June was, comparing my May poster, which is so cute, to June looks like a hot ass mess. So let me tell you the quote for May. I mean for June. There is no right time, just time, and what you do with it. No, that is not. Is that it? I guess so. Where were we? It was like June, I think. Hold on. Yeah, guys, I had to get my camera to charge up. So June, yes, I was giving face. I started, like, when I started working at my job, I started caring more about like my appearance. I feel like in a way I was like not caring about my appearance as much, but I don't know. Also, I don't think there was really a quote for June except have a magnetic energy and beautiful aura. That was just a note I said to myself. I really just wanted to understand myself, learn myself, focus on myself, have fun, focus on getting my bag right, and not having anybody try to control my emotions. But yeah, my quote in June was, she's in her you gotta prove everything you say to me phase of life, because she's been taken for granted way too many times. And that's really how I felt. Like, I was more like, listen, I'm more actions than words, because people just love to talk. I was also, listen to this, y'all, I'm like so disconnected and living in my own world, meeting new people, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I literally don't have to answer to nobody. Well, kind of. But I'm living it and I'm loving it. Yeah, guys, so I was meeting so much people, starting my new job. It was like a whirlwind happened. I was making money. It was like such a huge transition, because that's when I started really working and getting to know people and started to make friends and stuff. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool meeting all these people. And I was working in a different area, so my jobs that I had at the beginning of the year, it was more south of my area, and it was in a less diverse area, a very old area, just a very stush. Wasn't liking the vibes. And then I got a job. I'm not gonna say what, but I got a job where I was meeting so many different people of so many different like backgrounds, ethnicities. They're from so many different places, and it was just such a cool experience. And I meet so many people every day, and every day is different, and I truly am enjoying my job right now. So at that point, so yeah, this was the last painting that I did this year. It's actually right there in my room. It's so gorgeous. It's reflective. It looks so much better in person. But yeah, I haven't done a painting all year. Well, since June. So I need to do another one of those. I'm gonna probably do a couple more next year. And during this time, I was literally so obsessed with the moon, like not as like infatuated with how beautiful it was, but it was just like the moon just seemed way closer than how I've seen it in the past years before. Like, I don't know if I wasn't going outside at night as much or what it was, but the moon has been hella close this year. Just saying. And then I was definitely on my TikTok grind during this time. I was definitely from April to June, I was posting on TikTok consistently. Like, look at this. Y'all, I miss when Drake and Rihanna and Drake and Nicki and all of them used to make music together. Now, my TikTok, I'm not like no girl that has blown up on TikTok, but I feel like if I consistently posted on there more, it would do good. But I'm putting my energy into something else, as we can both see. So, yeah. And my sister sent this to me. Yeah, but I definitely be spoiling my dog. Like, she's the only child right now, and it's just her and mommy, so of course I have to spoil my dog. But yeah, I be getting that girl a lot of stuff, and I be wondering, I'm like, where did I go wrong? But this was my first dog, and I grew up having one dog when I was really young, but we didn't really know what we were doing, so this is really my first dog on my own. So everything is a learning curve. Everything is like, you know, takes its time, and in order for you to learn how to be, in this better case, like a better dog mom, and learn how to take care of a dog, I gotta get a dog in the first place. But yes, she's spoiled. So yes, guys. And then I see my best friend. Oh my god, it was so random. Like, she randomly just was like in the same state as me, and I'm like, girl, you in the same state as me and you didn't even tell me? And I'm like, how long are you here? And yeah, I just pulled up. Like, one thing about me, I don't care about a drive. I'll take a drive. I just be, oh my god, I had this lip gloss on the side of my face this whole time and nobody was gonna tell me. But yeah, one thing about me, I will take a freaking drive. To an extent. But yeah, I had to go see her. And this is how I was really feeling in June, because the job that I had, I was making way more money than the previous jobs I had this past year, and since I've been working in general. Mind you, I started working when I was 15 and I'm 22, so don't play with it. That's how I was feeling though. Yeah, because I started stacking my bread, saving my money, because I wanted to get my own place this year. Yes, I wanted to get my own place. So in June, I dyed my hair black. So we went from the brown to the black, and it was just such a healthy decision. And I cut my hair. I had to cut off that dead excess weight. I was a new girly. Officially, I have grown so much. I'm no longer that college girl, immature girl. I'm really adulting. And then yes, okay, so June, that was it for June. Okay, me dyeing my hair black at the end of the month. Honestly, June was a cool month. Yeah, June was an 8.5 for me. It was a great month, okay?
Baby, what you doing? Baby, what you doing? Coming, I've been missing you. I wanna fuck. I know you can tell by how I'm kissing you. I know you say you like it when I get to rubbing you. Okay, babe. Come